Welcome to 10 Minutes with Tony Scott. My name is Tony Scott. Today's show is brought to you by one of our original sponsors out of the gate, Brew Pub Pizza, branded as Lots of Matza. I still get a kick out of walking up to a locker room after a game and hearing the whole team bellow out, "Lots of Matza!" It's a great Minnesota company and even better frozen pizza. So many people approach me all the time and tell me how good it is. And I'm like, dude, I know, take a look at my waistline. Later in the show, we'll give out some serious cheese when we drop in a little trivia compliments of Lots of Matza. Let's get right to the action. Not as much to talk about today due to the 3 or 4 day holiday for Christmas, but like any good Minnesota hockey fan, we found a few good games last week and last night. How about Blaine beating number 2 Eden Prairie? Nice win for the Bengals. And Brainerd beating Moorhead in OT last week on their home ice to seal off a higher seed than the Spuds in Section 8AA for the time being. There were 3 great games last night at the high school level. Holy Family beat unbeaten Stillwater, scoring 4 unanswered goals to win 5-3. Matt Anderson is a guy you can't miss out there. We saw his future coach at UMD, Scott Sandlin, at the game last night as well. Then, how about the Edina St. Thomas and Lakeville North and Benilde games? I was at home watching both, and much to my disappointment, no one got a game winner. North and Benilde ended in a tie after playing overtime, and Edina won in a shootout. Casey Dornbach with the clincher for the Hornets. Here's a little secret. Section 7A is a great section, almost as deep and tough as its big brother, Section 7AA. We saw Greenway yesterday, and they looked very good, beating Spring Lake Park 7-2. New head coach Grant Clafton has the Raiders playing really well right now. They play Princeton today at the Super Rink. Switching gears to Pee-wees, congrats to Apple Valley. They won the Bloomington Pee-wee Showdown, beating host Jefferson 4-0. Jared Wright had a goal and an assist for the Eagles. Next up, Apple Valley travels north to the Founders Cup, where they will be one of the top seeds along with Rochester and Duluth East. Can't wait for our trip up to the range. This week, our youth coverage will pick up at the Edina Invitational. Some great teams at the Squirt, Pee-wee, and Bantam levels. We will also be keeping a close eye on the Ponds New Year's Challenge in Rosemont and the Squirt Extravaganza in Maple Grove. Instead of featuring Now Prospects today, I thought we'd change gears a little bit and feature a few top freshmen that have adjusted well to the high school game. Mike Kester, who we've talked about a lot on this show, has 23 points for Chaska. And Charlie Schoen from Andover has tallied 15 points for the Huskies. You have to see this kid play. He's an absolute magician with the puck. Notre Dame commit Trevor Janicki has 13 points for Maple Grove, and Egan's Nick Sherrick and Elk River's Jack Perbix have 10 points each. Not bad. Oh, and who could forget Blaine Warner? He's got 13 points for Chaska. He'll be added to our Now Prospects list very soon. Our AAA state tournament is filling up fast. The tournament will be held August 19th through 21st at in Bloomington Ice Garden. Our invites for the 03 and 04 divisions have gone out, and we are now full. We have some great teams at those levels. In the new year, we'll extend invites to the 05 and 06 levels. A ton of teams have already expressed interest. Once it is full, we will announce the entire field in late January. The tournament will be held the same weekend as our Bantam Elite Showcase. The talent level hockey at Big will be pretty cool. At the conclusion of the event, YHH will announce its all-state AAA teams, a fun concept to recognize the best players of Minnesota by birth year. If you have a really good 05 or 06 team, please send us an email at youthhockeyhub@gmail.com. All right, let's get to the trivia. Today's trivia question features a former Gopher and NHL defenseman. He has 2 sons that currently play. One is set to follow in Dad's footsteps and play for the Maroon and Gold, and another is a standout for Wayzata's Bantam AA team. If we had you name him, that would be easy. To win this week's prize of 10 Lots of Matza pizzas, yes, 10, you have to name the former Gopher and what high school he played for way, way, way back in the day. If you know, send an email to youthhockeyhub@gmail.com. We haven't had a juicy boom roasted in a while. We've come close lately with several reports of parents throwing hats on the ice for their own kids' hat tricks. A lot of hand signal sightings at all levels. Seriously, like during the play hand signals. But those roastings are marshmallows compared to the Frankenbeans we got today. So for the past 5 seasons, we've worked really hard to give our opinion on rankings. We call this our staff rankings. We see a lot of games at the rink. How do you know this? We actually take pictures and post them to our website. I think this gives us a little credibility. We also provide a computerized rankings tool for those who hate our opinion, which are a lot of them. This is the Now Rankings. Over time, both have been great tools for our readers to compare themselves to other teams all over the state. Each year, we run a test with other publications that do rankings to see if they're truly ranking or just using our information and mixing up the data a team or two. You ask, why would we care? Well, it's easy. It's a lot of work to get the rankings just right. Work we love, and a lot of time we love to spend. But most ask, how would we prove it if another site were actually lifting them from us? Well, that is even easier. A reader 5 years ago alerted me of a simple error in a team color we made in our rankings. He said in an email, you should also check the other sites. They're clearly following your lead on this team color. And so it was hatched. Each year, we have placed a believable fake team in our rankings for a week, and boom, the other publications have followed suit. So the next time you open up another website or newspaper to find rankings, make sure you aren't standing too close to the fire, or you could get boom roasted. Today's Game Puck goes out to YHH staff writer Peter Odney, who wrote a great article for thestateofhockey.com this week. He interviewed and got quotes from former Gopher Phil Kessel, Moorhead's Matt Cullen, and Sid the Kid Crosby in a feature article talking about their return to Minnesota. Nice work, Pete. Game Puck goes out to you. Should be a great week of hockey coming up. Hope to see you at the rink. Have a nice day.